rewind and take you to the times where you just first stepped into cinema. That day is one such a blessing till date.
So I'm saying after a long time I felt like that while shooting Nishaanchi. While shooting Nishaanchi, I felt like, I'm back to my original filmmaking self where I'm enjoying.
கோயம்புத்தூர் கார்ப்பரேஷன் லிமிட்ல இருந்து 2 கிலோமீட்டர்ல லேண்ட் 8 lakhsக்கு ஸ்ரீ பேபி ப்ராப்பர்ட்டிஸ் கோயம்புத்தூர்.
ஆச்சி ராயல் குலோப் ஜாமுன் பேக்ஸ் ஒன்று வாங்கினால் ஒன்று இலவசம்.
குறைந்த விலை நிறைந்த தரம் தங்கள் தேவைகள் அனைத்தும் ஒரே இடத்தில். ஜெயச்சந்திரன்.
Those so-called big films, I mean the theatre distributors or the middlemen, they just trust it. But at times it won't work. I mean, it didn't get any big of box office.
Sayyara is a fraction of budget of what? Entire market. Not just the entire market has put 15 times more faith in What 2. And Sayyara, its return ROI is 100 times more than What 2. You'll repeat what has already worked before. You're repeating it. And you think audience will come again and to watch the same thing. The first time was a surprise. Now the second time the surprise is gone. It happens with Marvel movies. You have done everything except create one villain and how they all come together and they beat that villain. That's all. That's the story.
How do you see this remaking films?
I don't have a problem with remaking films. I find a problem with remaking a Tamil film in Hindi when it's already on OTT dubbed in every language. Which happened with that Sudha Kongara Surya film. The newcomers are making films that are surprising everyone. These films have grown by word of mouth from a small scale to a big scale. They were surprised. Successful films are coming from the most unexpected places, not from the expected places.
Have you ever felt like why the state of Indian cinema has gone like this, stooped down?
Yeah, because they're no more. The people aren't making films anymore. They're making projects. They're chasing these elusive numbers, which each film that makes some higher number, everybody makes that into a formula. Those so-called big films, I mean the theatre distributors or the middlemen, they just trust it. But at times it won't work. For example, the recent films, I mean, it didn't get any big of box office. That does. No, it's very much a fault because they want to play safe. See,
okay.
Everybody's playing safe. Nobody's risking it. There's no risk appetite in the theatre owners and distributors.
Okay.
They're not taking chances. These films have grown by word of mouth from a small scale to a big scale. They were surprised.
Yeah.
And then they kept giving cinemas to these films.
Got it.
I'm saying if you look at it, for example, I'll take the names of two films. Yes, Sayyara and What 2.
What? Yeah.
Sayyara is a fraction of budget of What 2.
Yeah.
The entire market, not just the entire market has put 15 times more faith in What 2.
What? Yes.
And Sayyara, its return ROI is 100 times more than What 2. Everybody put faith in that as compared to this. This is not just a much bigger hit. The return on investment is 200 times.
Yes.
So I'm saying, look at that. So which is why it's just that you have to be confident. You have to be on the front foot. Otherwise, it
doesn't work.
New things won't happen. What will you do in a big event film? You'll repeat what has already worked before. You're repeating it. And you think audience will come again and to watch the same thing. The first time was a surprise. Now the second time the surprise is gone. You have to up your game.
Yeah.
And forget Bollywood. It happened with Mission Impossible. So, Final Reckoning and Dead Reckoning. Part 1 worked much more than Part 2.
Yeah.
You have already set up such a high standard. You have to up your game from there. And you have to do something else. You can't repeat the same thing and you can't taper it down.
Yeah.
Which is why you see, like, it has happened with, most recent example is Mission Impossible, even in Hollywood. It happens with Marvel movies. You have done everything. You have shown me all your heroes, everything, all the surprises finished. I know what will Iron Man do, I know what will Thor do, I know who will do what.
Yeah.
And you have no other story except create one villain and how they all come together and they beat that villain. That's all. That's the story. It's over. Finished. Where's the surprise? Surprise comes in Deadpool.
Yeah.
Surprise comes in Guardians of the Galaxy. Surprise comes in forms of other things.
Yeah. But of course, speaking of repeating stuffs, and how do you see this remaking films?
I don't have a problem with remaking films. I think the story, if a story resonates with you, you feel like I want the story to be told in another language. It's like what I was saying, it's like, which is our most ancient story, like Ramayana. It has there's a different Tamil Ramayana,
Yeah.
there's a Valmiki's Ramayana.
Yeah.
You go to Thailand, they have their own version of Ramayana.
True.
Opera Java, you go to Indonesia, they made a film on Ramayana called Opera Java. Right? They have their own take on Ramayana. I'm saying, if you find the same stories, in China they made a film on Hanuman called The Monkey God.
Yeah.
Right? So there's stories which are part of every culture. And that stories need to be told. So what will you say? Like, is the Indonesian Ramayana a remake of Valmiki Ramayana or Valmiki Ramayana a remake of Indonesian Ramayana? What will you say?
Yeah. Got it.
None. You're telling the story from their own cultural perspective. So like for recent example is Amir Khan made Sitare Zameen Pe.
Yes.
This thing is such a beautiful story, it made me cry. Spanish film. I want to tell the same story to the Indian audience. A lot of people, what is original? It's a copy. I'm saying, yeah, but it's a copy I found out from internet. But have you seen the film?
No. Yeah.
Have it. Has it reached out to people beyond cinephiles? I'm a cinephile, okay, I watch every film. But you think this is a story, I want to retell the story in my way, set in my culture, in my world. There's no problem with remakes. I find a problem with, in the world of OTT, when we are watching all language films, remaking a Tamil film in Hindi when it's already on OTT dubbed in every language. Which happened with that Sudha Pongara Surya film.
Yeah. Surya Report.
It was remade.
Yeah.
After it was on OTT. After it had all the languages. I don't see a point in that.
Okay. So yeah, we spoke a lot. Of course, I really wanted to talk about the South industry also because it is you're one of your favorite industries and you're associated with Vechimaran sir and many other person. And your take on South Indian films, how do you see this?
God, I've talked about so many times. I love
yeah,
South.
Yeah, you love South films.
I love South films.
And you also recently told like you flew down to South and stay.
No, I live in the South. I already have moved to the South.
Okay.
I already live in the South. No, I love the industry because people are relatable. There are no unnecessary dramas, tantrums. I live a regular life. I walk everywhere. I don't have to go and, hide in my house. I'm healthier. I'm not sick anymore.
Okay.
Because I'm not depressed anymore. I do what I want to do. And it's much more freeing and I talk cinema with people here.
But have you ever felt like why the state of Indian cinema has gone like this, stooped down?
Yeah, because they're no more. The people aren't making films anymore. They're making projects. They're chasing these elusive numbers, which each film that makes some higher number, everybody makes that into a formula. And then once you find a formula, you keep repeating yourself till it's boring. And
so yeah, you actually spoke about like your sickness, the depression. I mean, how you cope up with your mental health?
I coped up with it. It's done. It's past now.
No, I mean like, how did you do? So
nothing. I just never stopped working. I started acting. I started acting. Then I never stopped writing. I did a remake. I just kept doing something or the other. I came out of it doing Kennedy. While making Kennedy, I had that kind of a freedom I felt. And I made a film and I came out of it. Post Dobara, I went into depression. Post Kennedy, I came out of depression. And that those in between 2 years was very difficult. And I did some acting, I did some things. And then slowly, I started coming out of it.
I thought, let me rewind and take you to the times where you were you just first stepped into cinema, and that day is one such a blessing till.
I'm saying after a long time, I felt like that while shooting Nishaanchi.
Okay.
While shooting Nishaanchi, I felt like, I'm back to my original filmmaking self where I'm enjoying. I'm like, we'll make the film, we'll eat the best of food and we'll be together. And the whole process was so not just satisfying, it was happy. It was a happy process of making this film. That's why the team is like this. It's like it's again become back to why we wanted to make films in the first place, and it's back to being like, oh, I don't want to get validation from the industry. I'm making films for myself now again, all over again. If I like something, I talk about it. If I don't like something, I ignore it. So it's back to being in a great space. I don't have a point to prove. I'm not seeking any validation. I think it's lovely now.
Yeah, but not validation. I just wanted to ask this because audience validation plays a major role, and at times the social media just stoops down for
So
negative reviews.
social media is the root cause of all evil in the day today.
Yeah.
I ignore social media now. It's like I've stopped. I'm like, I spend least time on phone.
Good,
No.
good for you. No, because like it has stooping down every other film, and
Yeah.
it is just demolishing it. I mean, how do you see this?
No, everybody has opinion on everything. But the problem is it's not like what matters is you keep doing your stuff. People will always have opinions. You cannot stop people from having opinions, and now they have found an outlet. They think their opinion matters. Like I know that somebody will say some shit. That's it. That should be enough if you want to say shit. But they'll keep going back to say how many people have read the shit they've said and given it like,
Yeah.
it's
How many
like,
likes? How many comments?
how many likes, how many comments.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. Like there's so much validation from this unknown, and that's what I'm saying. People have such low self-respect. They have such low self-esteem, zero confidence, that they are looking at a phone for validation from people who you don't even know whether they're real or not.
Yeah.
And this amazing thing that somebody told me, I don't know if it's true or not. He said people go and like their own things so that they show that there's
But it's going bad way, but that is affecting the industry, right? So how?
no, Ray, it's not. I'm saying if it was affecting the industry, it is affecting the people in the industry. They're taking it so seriously that they're ruining themselves. But you look at I'm telling you, the newcomers are making films that are surprising everyone.
Yeah.
The successful film are coming from the most unexpected places,
Yes.
not from the expected places.
What is that one recent thing you loved?
No, because the newcomers are doing their own thing. They're hungry, they're dying to make a film, and they're making their own film. And that's where it is coming from.
Yes. Yes.
கோயம்புத்தூர் கார்ப்பரேஷன் லிமிட்ல இருந்து 2 கிலோமீட்டர்ல லேண்ட் 8 lakhsக்கு ஸ்ரீ பேபி ப்ராப்பர்ட்டிஸ் கோயம்புத்தூர்.
ஆச்சி ராயல் குலோப் ஜாமுன் பேக்ஸ் ஒன்று வாங்கினால் ஒன்று இலவசம்.
குறைந்த விலை நிறைந்த தரம் தங்கள் தேவைகள் அனைத்தும் ஒரே இடத்தில் ஜெயச்சந்திரன்